The Wyatt Army. Ooh. Hey, 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 hey. For decades in the uniform, he held the line so tight, defending freedom everywhere, from morning into night. From Europe down to Africa, the Middle East and home, the colonel hung his boots up, thought he'd rest his weary bones. He looked upon the world today, the chaos and the noise, and saw the messy circus of the digital decoys. He couldn't sit in silence, no, he couldn't look away. He waited in the battle, ready for a brand new day. They try to shut the signal down, the shadow and the band, but you cannot stop the spirit of a mission-driven man. Folks took notice of the voice, the clarity, the spark, and gathered around the fire. He lit inside the dark, and the Wyatt Army, the Wyatt Army marches on. The signal is steady, the confusion is gone. We don't need the fantasies from the left side. We've got the colonel and the truth is our guide. Yeah, the Wyatt Army marches on until the fake news twilight turns to dawn. We see the objective, we know where we belong. The Wyatt Army marches on. From the loyal subscribers to the trolls beneath the bridge, to the hate wankers hiding on the digital ridge. It matters not who's listening, the evil or the kind, because the colonel's got the drive to open up the mind. Legacy media serving up the lens of lies and fake, but we shatter all the mirrors for the future's sake. Energy and enthusiasm breaking through the screen, the sharpest moral clarity the world has ever seen. They try to shut the signal down, the shadow and the band, but you cannot stop the spirit of a mission-driven man. We see the objective, yeah, we see it crystal clear. The army is assembled and the victory is here. And the Wyatt Army marches on. The signal is steady, the confusion is gone. We don't need the fantasies from the left side. We've got the colonel and the truth as our guide. Yeah, the Wyatt Army marches on until the fake news twilight turns to dawn. We see the objective, we know where we belong. The Wyatt Army marches on. He served the flag with honor, he served it well. Now he serves the truth, saving us from hell. No stymie to his pace, no slowing of the stride, with the Wyatt Army marching right by his side. Truth will triumph. The Wyatt Army marches on. The Wyatt Army marches on. No fake reality. The colonel leads the way every single day. The Wyatt Army marches on.
The Viceroy of Greenland. First came the Dorset, ghosts of the frost, o'er Baffin Bay where the sunlight is lost. They carved out a life on the edge of the world before the red banners of Vikings unfurled. Then Eric, the outcast with fire in his eye, fled Iceland's cold judgment for a new northern sky. 25 long ships set sail for the west, but the hammer of Neptune put them to the test. 11 were swallowed by the salt and the foam. 14 survived to find a new home. Oh, the ice is a kingdom, the tundra is gold, a saga of iron, a story of old. From the eastern heart to the western shore, the Norsemen are rising to conquer once more. Through the mist and the thunder, the prophecy seen. All hail the Viceroy With 600 farms in a warm epoch's light, 10,000 Norsemen prepared for the fight. From middle to western, the settlements grew under a sky of a cold, brilliant blue. But the Thule arrived like a wave from the west. Ancestors of Inuit put to the quest. In a single great surge from the north to the south, they took the cold land from the dragon's own mouth. The Norsemen vanished, the Thule remained. Then the Danes took the coast and the Inuit chained. But when Nazis loomed and the Danes gave away, the Eagles of Liberty entered the fray. Stars and the stripes over glacier and peak, the giants are waking, the masters are weak. The 47th rose with a plan in his hand. He looked to the north at the great frozen land. I'll buy it with silver, the president cried. But the Danes in their towers, they laughed in their pride. He returned in his glory with a vow and a blade. By gold or by iron, the deal shall be made. Who shall I send to the fjord and the snow? Who is the hero to make the land grow? Oh, the ice is a kingdom, the tundra is gold. A saga of iron, a story of old. From the eastern heart to the western shore, the Norsemen are rising to conquer once more. Through the mist and the thunder, the prophecy seen. All hail the Viceroy of Greenland. Oh, and the will of the storm, the American empire begins to take form. Chris is running the show. Chris is running the
What the heck is going on there? What is going on there? There we go. Everything's off center. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the program. Chris live in central Pennsylvania in the studio. Look at those tulips, man. The pink ones are now trying to outperform the purple. Got a pink one going that way up high. Got a purple one going that way up high. Yes. Anyway, looking pretty good. Did manage to get so much accomplished today. Welcome back to the program, folks. My apologies for the tardy start. It wasn't intentional. I wasn't screwed up. I wasn't not knowing what I was doing. But once again, what else would it be but refugees? Let me check and see if it's all solved. I have confirmation it was solved. I know. Yes. Yep. All right. So, all right. Taken care of. I've got confirmation from 3 different people. So just to let you know what's going on, I am about to go live. Before I went live, I finished my radio program at 9 o'clock. Then I answered several emails. I scanned these documents so I can send them to my election officials. This and another one. I had to scan that and save it. Where's all the other ones on the scanner still? And then I went and did my taxes, adding in the small accounts with $10, $12, but it has to be reported. That's time consuming. Had to add all that. And I did all that, finished that, answered a few more emails. and then was about to go live when I get these frantic messages. One from South Africa from my mother, another one from Hendo, and Uganda got a refugee ahead, and there's no one there to pick him up. Oh, at the airport. And so, yeah, someone stuck at the airport, and there was no one to pick them up. As I suspected, it's miscommunication or operator timing headspace involved here. So I didn't freak out, but now I'm trying to do things simultaneously, and I'm literally typing messages at 2 minutes before the top of the hour and then trying to deal with this. I asked for the number. People, when you send me your photograph of the page with the number, I don't need just the phone number. Take a picture of the whole damn thing, please. I need all the information. I need to know the person's name. I need to know the agency. I can't just call people cold. Hello, this is the Colonel. Get off your ass and do your job. I need to know who it is, please, okay? So when I ask you to send me that information, don't go, I never got anything like that. Because I know that's BS. Every single refugee case gets this piece of paper. Every single one. They all look the same, except the information is different. Please send me, take a picture with your phone and send me that information. I can't do anything for you without that. I'm not clairvoyant. I'm not Karnak the Great. I need that information. Okay, so I got a sideways picture. Please stop doing that. You know, I'm not 22. It hurts my neck to go this way or go this way. Look at your phone. And when I turn my phone, please send the picture straight on so I can see it. And don't make it fuzzy. Take the time to do it right, okay? Send that to me, all right? So I got a sideways picture from Hendo that he was sent, which is useless to me. I couldn't even read it. It was fuzzy. Then I got the guy to send me it, but he only sent me the phone number. Fortunately, I'd already seen the name partially. So I called the agent, no answer. Went to voicemail. Called the agent, no answer. Then I left a voice note, and I sent a text message. She's washing her kids. She finally saw it. She's at home. Someone from her agency went to pick this guy up. So I contacted him. I said, what's going on? Are you trapped at the airport? He goes, yeah, there's nobody here to pick me up. I said, where are you at? I'm waiting in the baggage area. Okay, this is not for that refugee. This is for all of you. Baggage area is not for the public. Only cleared passengers exiting the airport to pick up their baggage can go to a baggage area. Everywhere on the planet. You cannot wait in the baggage area because no one can come in there. You must exit the baggage area. Okay? So he waited for an hour. Well, guess what? The lady, the agent went to pick him up. She waited for an hour. He wasn't there. She was stressed. But of course, that lady doesn't know who I am. I don't know who she is. Her case officer doesn't know who I am. So I finally got through to her. I told him I contacted her. I finally got through to her. First off, I told him, I said, leave the baggage area. Go outside. They're probably waiting for you out there. Now, I've never been to this airport. This is one airport. I've been to the town, but not the airport. So I don't know the airport, what it looks like inside. So he left the area, waited outside. Anyway, in the meantime, she called me back. This lady called me back, the agent. And I said, hey, what's going on? She said, I never got a message from IOM, but I do know there's someone coming. We sent someone. We are 1 hour from that airport. So I had to send one of our personnel to pick him up. It's a short lady, Hispanic, black hair, or brown hair. So anyway, I said, where should he go? She told me, go back in the terminal where the escalators are, the security office, go by security, wait there. And so I told him to go there. They've linked up. Yeah. Some of you all need to leave the cattle post once in your life, okay? You know, we got these little things called lights and electricity and escalators and airplanes and headphones and microphones and, cameras. You guys really got to get out of your sheltered lives. You can't just hang out in West Transvaal, You can't be from the Vrystaat. You got to go somewhere, okay? I'm just trying to make light of this, okay? All right. So I understand why this happens. People don't travel and have experience of travel. They don't know better, okay? All right? Yeah, I do. And a lot of unnecessary stress, man. Yes, America is big. You can get lost very easily. Yep. No, I can't make this stuff up, Claire Bear. Can't make it up. So the poor lady waited an hour. Now, where they're at, it's 8:30, so it's already dark. They should have been gone an hour ago. They still would have had some daylight, so she's got to drive back in the dark now. So I feel for her and take this gentleman to where they're going. So anyway, he's on his way, and it's all taken care of. Whew, man. Were they on the conveyor belt? Yeah, well, don't pick on the guy as being a dumbass because, things happen. If people aren't clear and instructions aren't made. But I mean, this is one of the things. This is one of the things people should be briefed on, I mean, it's what people should be briefed on. Well, Charles, I guess you're right about that because the person would have landed in New York or Atlanta or New Jersey at one of these airports, and they would have already come through an airport and had to collect their bags because you have to collect them and then push them on. So I don't know. That's what I'm saying, Broken Arrow. No one told you where to go on a second flight. But it should be second nature, but then I've only flown about 800 or 1,000 times in my lifetime, if not more. They're always running to you first. Well, that's because you were silly enough to create these stupid, groups, Hendo. That's your fault. That's your fault. You created the groups. But it's a good thing you created. Otherwise, this guy'd still be sitting there in baggage waiting all night. And eventually security coming, hey, what are you doing here? Well, I'm a refugee. Someone's been looking for you for 5 hours. Some airports are tricky. I will say that LAX is no joke. Their cabs and Ubers are always away from baggage claim area. Anyway, so that's why I was tardy starting the program. I'm doing 17 things at once. In the meantime, I guess Lily knew about this because she contacted me too. I thought she was just saying hi. Well, Broken Arrow, I don't know what airport that was. Is that Dallas? That's not normal. That's not normal. Most airports, the baggage, particularly international airports, the baggage is behind security. Now, this airport may only have domestic flights, but I doubt it given its location. Alan, hey, sent you an email. Okay, Alan. Didn't see it. I went through email earlier. Thank you for the 200 Rand. That's kind of you. That's a good thing at night owls. See some rain coming in there. All right. Well, this 10 o'clock thing isn't working out very well to see people from South Africa because they're not up at 4 o'clock. So, anyway. All right. Let me see. Huh. All right, let me go over here. Oh, you just came. All right. Haven't you been pestering me about this for weeks? Correct? Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. You've been pestering me about this for weeks. All right. Well, you're going through a location I enjoy going through, so that works out pretty well. Yep. But you have a 5-hour layover, so okay. Yep. And you get there. You're going to arrive late in the evening then. Yep. All right, cool. Let me see this one here. Okay, that's not the one I want. That is not the one I want. That's also not the one I want. Why is it not giving me the one I want? Well, it's just the same thing. It keeps showing me the same thing. I thought it was going to show me everything. It doesn't. For some reason, it opens it up twice, too. What's that all about? Oh, yeah, there you go. All right, yeah. So you've been hitting me hard and complaining about this for ages, and there it is. Correct? Hey, Brett Sessoms. No, the Iranian regime deserves no credibility whatsoever. Corey didn't go to bed yet, going now. So you've been up all night, Corey? Okay. I was only flying to Dallas-Fort Worth. Well, I've been to Dallas-Fort Worth. I just flew through there. Through there and out of there. It's a big airport. Too early, says Kathy. Yeah, I know it's too early, Kathy, but I need rest when I'm doing consulting. I need to get a few hours sleep. Last night I went to bed again at, 2:30, Or no, I got to bed earlier last night, 1:30. Yep, 2:30 night before, 1:30 last night, 3:30 night before that, 2:30 night before that, yep. and I haven't even packed my bags yet. But I did, while the Viceroy of Greenland was playing, I paid my electric bill, which isn't due till April 14th, but I paid it tonight. I scanned these documents. I did taxes. I took care of a refugee. Microsoft doesn't know what multitasking is, but I sure do. Gail, welcome to you. Good to see you're up. I'm up still. I'm wondering why you're night out so early. Okay, Snippet, you're not paying attention, are you? And I just explained why. I have to make a decision here. I said this a few weeks back. We have daylight savings time. When we spring forward, we're only 6 hours from South Africa. When it's 7 hours, I can do it at 10 o'clock at night, and it works for people in America, and it works for South Africans who are up at 5 o'clock. But when we jump forward, we're only 6 hours for half the year, this becomes a problem. Because then in order for me to be on at 5 o'clock, I have to be on at 11 o'clock at night. If I'm on at 11 o'clock at night, then that's too late for Americans on the East Coast and for South Africans on the East Coast, especially South Africans. You're all a bunch of old fuddy-duddies. You go to bed at 8 o'clock. So it doesn't work. My audience is small. You can see it right now. Instead of having the usual 167 or 200, we have 74 people here right now. So I have to make a decision this week because I have consulting to do and I have 1,000 other things to do. Nobody's doing this for me. Nobody takes care of my needs. Nobody feeds me. Nobody puts all this stuff together. Nobody makes all this stuff happen. I have to do all that. So, I've got to pay my bills. I've got to, I got to wash my car. And today I didn't even tell you that stuff. So I left from consulting, working all day, doing this nug work. And then I went to Lowe's and I picked up 5 raspberry bushes to replace the mess that's in my raspberry patch. And I bought them today. I got 3 heritage raspberry bushes, and I got a couple others I'd never seen before. One's supposed to be a big producer, and the other one has kind of a blue color to it. So I got those. They're on my porch. And tomorrow, if I have time when I come back, I will plant them. I have to go get more soil. So I did that. And then on top of that, once I finished that, then I had to go and dig out all the dead raspberry branches and stems and cut them and dig them out of my bush and take the other ones and sort them out and take the weeds out of there. And I did that. And then I came inside and I started working again. Yeah. So this week you're getting me for night owls at this hour. Next week, for part of the week, it'll be easy for me to do the night owls. Unless I want to get liquored up in Vegas, go out, hang out in strip clubs or, or shows or something. I'll be back in my room and it's 8 hours difference. So I can do night owls at 9 o'clock there. And it's 5 o'clock in South Africa. It works perfectly. And it's 9 o'clock in Vegas, and it's 11 o'clock in here in the East Coast. So yeah, or I can do it 8 o'clock. Yeah. So anyway, but I'll be in Vegas Friday night. Friday night though, I won't be doing one unless it's much later because I'm going to the hockey game. So I'll be at the Vegas Golden Knights hockey game. Yep. Georgia says, okay, so if I offer to do all that for you, would you let me, Chris? No, Georgia. No, you can't do all that. I did get the raspberries. They finally came in, Shawnee, and the temperature shot up to 50-something today, 58 today. It's 49 tonight, so I don't have to worry about them, freezing and dying off. I did. I got 3 heritage bushes, and I got 2 others. I can't recall the name of them. And they were a deal. I mean, they were $12.98. $12.98 for a bush. I mean, I'm not going to bring them in there on my porch and show you, but that's a pretty good deal. I mean, last year I bought some bushes or the year before, $29 at Stauffer's. But this is from Lowe's, and military person, they give you 10% discount. So I had $7 taken off. So, basically with the tax, I paid about $13 or $12 a piece for them. Yeah, that's a great price, Shawnee. I know. I mean, if I had a bigger raspberry patch, I would have got tons more. Pole artist in Vegas, says Charles. Hey, Connie loves pencils. Connie, where you been, man? In Vermont. Oh, I saw that show. It was called The Newhart Show. Dick Loudon. Remember that? I'm Larry. It's my brother Daryl. It's my other brother Daryl. Small town of Vermont. Good news. We found the missing luggage. Bad news. The luggage is sentient, angry, and currently demanding a meeting with management. Nice getting up at 4 this morning and walk 50 minutes to work in the dark this morning because of my car troubles. I'm sorry to hear that, Bloodcoat. My goodness. Okay, I'm going to sleep now, but I will let the stream run. Okay, sorry. It's okay, Corey. I took the S and put it in front. Yep, the Golden Knights. Viva Las Vegas. I'll be at the Golden Knights game against the Washington Capitals on Friday night after I arrive, assuming the flight arrives on time, isn't delayed, but it is American Airlines, so God forbid I actually arrive on time. And then after that, I'll pick up the game against the Canucks on Monday night. Yep. In spring, the clocks spring forward 1 hour, and Sunday we fall back. Yep. Well, not every place in America does it. Arizona doesn't practice daylight savings time as a state, and part of Indiana doesn't do it. So it gets a little confusing. Yep. But, yeah, so it's kind of weird. Bob Hope was funny, too, yes. So I literally have not, I mean, I had time to get a little something to eat earlier, and then I put on Hogan's Heroes, and I drifted off for about 15 minutes and woke up. No, it wasn't Hogan's Heroes. It was, I put on Longmire. Yeah. That's been my day. That's how my days go, folks. I'm not complaining. Just letting you know. It's and then people are like, you haven't responded. You haven't read my email. You haven't done this. Well, when am I supposed to do that? When I'm sleeping? I mean, maybe I can plug a neural line into my head here. Get a cable. We got a cable here somewhere and just plug it in my head. There we go. Let's use that. There we go. Let's. I'll just plug this in. So I'll put it over here into the computer to read the email. Let me plug it in there, and then this port here, I'll just plug it in right there into the air. There you go. Okay, so yeah, okay. Now I can just go to sleep and answer email. What? No. Anyway. Yep. Bex is glad to catch me tonight, but off to bed. A lot of talking about dropping DST, but it seems like it's exactly talk. What is DST? Dirty, smelly trash? What is DST? Oh, I still get the frantic mic case. I get all this stuff. I get it all. Wow, man, it's cold here. Going to take some time to adjust. Local people say it's not cold. No, it's not cold. Vermont. Let's just take a look at temperatures. Current temperature. Current temperature. Okay. Current temperature in Vermont. Fahrenheit. It's 34. It's not even freezing. Not even freezing. That's not cold. Come on, man. You got to toughen up. Oh, delayed savings time. Sorry, no one uses that Eastern Standard Time. That's what I put down. Dysfunctional soup tunnel. Ha ha ha, Jacques. That's good. Connie loves pencils. It's not cold, Connie. That's nice. Excuse me. Why is this? That one. This. I'll tell you. This is kind of irritating with the when you do stuff on your phone, it defaults to no not monetized, which is funny because they don't promote if it's not monetized. Although that one had 19,000 views. Anyway, yep. So I tell you, get views like pulling teeth, man. I had like 9 videos yesterday and I got 70,000 views. Or what do you get? 78,000 views. Yeah. Anyway, a lot of work for 78,000 views. Okay, let me take a look and see where we're at on the channel for lifetime. Okay, lifetime on the channel. We're almost 42 million views. A couple 100,000 shy of 42 million views. 3.6 million hours watched. 124,000 plus subscribers. That's cool. Anyway. Yep. So, weather's getting really nice in Iowa. Well, be careful. It can turn on you in a heartbeat in Iowa. So, yep. It's just the way it is. But Connie, it's definitely cold compared to here. It's currently 49 degrees here. I can walk outside my shorts very comfortably. You have to laugh at podcasters. Pierce Morgan, the young Turk, that guy's a moron. He's also an ass. That Cenk Uygur, that guy is a moron of the highest order. USA for the Rugby World Cup in 2030. I'm flying via Korea into LAX. Can we meet up for Brian Midwest? Mark Feldman, 2030 is a ways off, brother. It's 2026. And I have no idea about the 2030 World Cup. I really don't. The 2030 World Cup, hang on a second. We've got the 2027 World Cup and the 2031 World Cup. I'm not sure which one you're talking about. 2027 will be the, hang on. Rugby World Cup. You got me off confused here. Excuse me. (2027) is in Australia. I got tickets for that. 2031 is in the U.S., but the 2029 Women's World Cup is here, so I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Yes, he's an absolute moron. He's an ass. I mean, he only gets attention because he's brown and he's loud and annoying and he knows somebody. Those people have no talent. I'm so sick of people with no talent getting these things. Stopped in Vegas. I was on Amtrak. It was so cool. City of lights in the middle of nothing. Yep. 2031. Yeah, 2031. That's a long way off. We're talking 5 years. Mark, any chance you're going to go to Australia? You can join me in Australia. Speaking of which, so you could join me in Australia. I'd look forward to that. I'm looking forward to the Australia one. I've never been to Australia. Already putting a little cash aside to pay for it because I'm going to have to buy a bunch of flights and rooms. And I'm thinking of adding a few days extra so I can go to Tasmania. It's probably my only chance in life to go to Tasmania. I've always wanted to go. Wait a second. Shipped. It was supposed to be here already this morning. Oh, no, it's tomorrow morning. Okay. Oh, sorry. I had an Amazon order and it says it's shipped. I lost track. That's the other thing. I ordered a cover for my toll thing that goes in the windscreen, because I need it for Friday. I don't have no way to mount it. So I ordered a cover to stick it up with little suction cups, and I had to order that earlier. So I did an Amazon order as well. Forgot all about that. It's always something, man. Always something. Okay. This needs to go to payments. This is the email confirming I paid my electric bill. There we go. All right. And then they shipped my item. Only one item shipped. Where's the other one at? These little mini PCs I bought for $167 now with all the tariffs and all this crap, $237. Wow. What is this? Is this a dash cam? Let's see what this is from Amazon. This looks cool. It is a dash cam. 4K. $219. Interesting. Says better quality. I'll add it to the cart and look at it later. Well, price is down. Went from $279 to $219, but I don't know if I really need that. So, and here's a keyboard, but I'm happy with the keyboard I have. Oh, it comes with a mouse too, and a wrist. It's marked down 21%. Oh, these are the spring deals. I heard that Amazon had spring deals. Put that in my basket too, just in case I want it later on. Anyway, all right, so back to reality here. Well, that's a nice carrying case for crucial drives. I have the drive, but no carrying case for it. Huh. Well, I'll play around with this later on. This Amazon's always fun. Can we meet Amanda in Sydney for a steak and a beer? Yeah, Mark, I have to look and see. Sydney the 23rd. I have to look at my schedule. So now you got me looking at it. Let me go see what the deal is. So I've got, these are the Rugby World Cups I've gone to. I have a folder for them. Rugby World Cup 2011 New Zealand, 2014 Paris women, 2015 England, 2017 Ireland for the women, 2018 for the sevens in San Francisco, 2019 Japan, 2021 New Zealand, which was actually played in 2022, but I never went. I ate the tickets, but they didn't cost much because I went to the Sevens World Cup because they delayed it for you. So 2022 Cape Town Sevens, 2023 in France, 2025 women in England, 2027 Australia. Let's see my tickets. Where are my tickets at? Here's my order confirmation. That's the second order. Okay. Okay, so hang on a second. You said Sydney on the 23rd. Okay, this is the 24th of October. I'll be in Melbourne. So let me see where I'm at on the 23rd. I think I'm in Perth on the 23rd. See, this time, 23rd, I'm in Perth. Melbourne won't work on me on that day. What did you say? Sydney won't work. On the 23rd of October, I will be in Perth, hanging out with South Africans. Yep. So I won't be there. The 24th, I'll be in Melbourne. So we'll have to figure something out. And right now, Melbourne's my last game. I'm looking at trying to add another game in the next round of tickets, but there were no tickets because they had all of them set aside except for $500 tickets, and I'm not paying $500 for a ticket. So, yeah, I need to go to Mauritius. That was part of my trip for South Africa. I plan to go to Mauritius and spend a week in Mauritius. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So, do I have a folder for the World Cup? Give me a second here. Download documents, Rugby World Cup, Australia. Let me see. Yeah, so, okay, here's my match plans. I got it all set up here. Let me take a look at this. Okay. Yeah, so the tickets I have, I'll see Argentina, Fiji, France, Georgia, Ireland. Argentina, Fiji, France, Georgia, Ireland, Italy, Japan, Portugal, yay, Romania, South Africa, Spain, USA, Wales, and Zimbabwe. 14 of the 24 teams I'll see. I will be seeing games in Brisbane, Newcastle, Sydney, Adelaide, I think Melbourne. I have to add that in. Melbourne came after the fact. And Perth. Yep. But it's a continent. It's not easy. So the only concentration is Newcastle and Sydney. Everything else is so far apart. Melbourne's not too far. But yeah, so, yeah. Let me see. Is that Melbourne? Let me go back and check that now because now I'm confused. So that other quarter. Yeah, Melbourne on the 24th. Okay, so I need to add that to my thing. So 24. So Melbourne I will be going. So I will go to all but Newcastle. I will, not Newcastle, all but Townsville. So of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 towns in Australia that will be hosting the games, I have tickets for 6 of the 7 towns. That's not bad. That's not bad. Well, I've never been to Mauritius, so, you know, it's a bucket list sort of thing. And, you know, I'm not 22 anymore, so some things are starting to become bucket list. Yeah, so I've just got to fix this. That was 24 October, so. And then update this here. So this is going to be 24 October. Okay, 24 October. Oops, that says 44. And who's the game now? It's a playoff game. So it's rounds of 16-6. Okay. Okay, round of 16-6. Game 6. Okay. All right, so that takes care of that. And now I've got, yeah, so that's updated. That's one. Do I only have one game in Perth? I thought I had more than one game in Perth. Let me take a look at that. That now that's a little confusing. I'm curious about that. Okay, so Perth. No, I have 2 games. 23 and, wait, 17 October and 23 October. What does that say? That's not on here. How did I miss that? 23 October. My goodness. How did I miss that? That's messed up. I'm not paying attention. I must have done this late at night. 23 October, Perth, yeah. That's round of 16-4. That's why. Okay, round of 16-4. And it should be South Africa playing there. Yeah, so, yeah, there we go. Okay, so. Need to move this arrow down. All right. And I need to put a 7 over here. So I got to move 7 times. Copy. Paste. All right. Come on. Damn it. That can be really irritating. There we go. Got it. Okay, Melbourne is 7. Okay. It's my movements. So you got to, you know, this is a well orchestrated logistics plan, folks. You got to make this happen. Okay, so 6, and then I got to make an arrow all the way back here. Okay, now I need an arrow. So we'll do this here. Okay. Okay, and that outline. Okay, now I got it. Movements. Okay. Baobab Forest Mauritius is something amazing to see. I don't know. I've never been. I've always been curious about it, though. Friends at the bottom of southwest Mauritius. Okay. All right. Apparently have interesting markets. Some great historical place to visit. Okay. Alan Richardson justified? I don't know, Baba Chocolata. What I saw wasn't justified. He was beating a guy down, but I may have seen out of context. I read multiple reports about Alan Richardson, and I was not, I wasn't sure what to say based on what was written. I watched the video. He had a body cam on, probably a GoPro, be my guess, and the other guy was filming it. So, I mean, someone filmed it from inside too. The first video I saw, he was beating a defenseless man on the ground, senseless, and that had no right. But apparently there are no charges against him. The police said he acted in self-defense when they investigated, so if that's what they say, but it doesn't look good. Yeah, he's a really big guy, and he's beating on a defenseless guy on the ground. But apparently the guy provoked him and knocked him off his bike, apparently, too. So, anyway. But it doesn't justify losing your mind like that. So, I don't know. I don't really care. His first season of Reacher was good. His second season was a turd, a stinker of epic proportions. Third season was okay. But he hates America. He claims to be a Christian, but he says vile things. So, I really don't know what to think about that guy. Does that answer your question, Baba Chocolata? Cecilia says the guy was asking for it. I don't know. But it doesn't warrant beating somebody in public like that. All right, Gail, enjoy your treadmill. That's what I need to do, is use a stationary bike. That way I can get exercise in, since I can't walk the distances I used to cover. No, I haven't covered any details about the show cover. This program started with me trying to help a refugee who was stranded in the United States. Okay. But I took care of it. Okay. Oh, okay, so, hey, Light Rain, are you here? Is Light Rain here tonight? I haven't seen Light Rain. Light Rain, if you're in the chat, jump in, please. Have a family arriving probably on the 31st to Spokane, so Spokane Valley. So, yeah, if you're here, Light Rain, I could try to link you up with him like we did with other folks before. He's not here. Okay, I didn't see him in the chat. All right, but we've got refugees. If you guys see him and remember that, just remind him or remind me when he pops up in the chat to ask him about this. So, yeah, these people are flying out on the 30th, so they'll be here on the 31st. All right, cool. Go to Southeast Asian islands and wait. Australia, cheap. Malaysia, Mauritius is not worth the money. Reefs are all bleached. The Southeast Asian islands are not on my way to Australia. You're in South Africa. I have to fly from the West Coast to get there, and it's not on my way. It's out of the way. So I'll fly probably out of LA or Seattle, or maybe even San Francisco, most likely to Sydney. That'll be the most likely route. What would be more interesting is to do a stopover in New Zealand, but I've been to New Zealand. So, I mean, it's not like I'm going to go see anything I haven't seen. There's no real reason to go. Yep. All right, so no, I haven't gotten to, Steroids, Rage, Pity, enjoyed Reacher. Yeah, well, I enjoyed season 1 and 3. 2 was a turd, waste of time. All right, so I will cover the topic that is the title for tonight's. He should have called cops and engaged. Well, we don't, for once, Baba Chocolata, we don't disagree. That's unnecessary violence. He lost his cool and he beat the guy up. Only managed to unblock my card on Monday I use for all my app purchases. Bank flagged my super chats to you as suspicious. Well, that happens a lot, Alan. And I don't think it's intentional. I think it's just because you've done it a few times. And I have my cards sometimes that get locked because I have super chats or I do things online. So it's probably not targeting me, but it feels like it sometimes. Thank you for the 200 Rand. The victim sounded like a little girl. He didn't sound South African to me. Did you see where they live? Freaking multi-million-dollar houses and they act like children. Oh, you're in Namibia, Mark. Okay, my bad. Fly via Korea or Japan. Yeah, but I mean, I know I'm not gonna. Well, Korea would be interesting. I've never been to Korea, but Korea's way out of my way. Why would I do that? That is far out of my way. Yeah. I'll fly where I can afford to fly. It won't be cheap. That's going to be a big expense. Tickets are bought. That's done, and I've already paid the credit card bill, or maybe I'm paying it this month. But anyway, so that's done. I tried to book lodging, but I couldn't book anything. not this far out. There's nothing. They wouldn't let me book. It's too far away. I'll have to, it's going to be planes, trains, and automobiles. I'll fly the low-cost airlines inside Australia, and I'll book those flights as soon as I can. And I'll start booking them this month and another one, spread the cost out over time. That's how I'm able to do these World Cups, because they're pricey. I mean, I spent a lot of money going to Japan, but it was worth every penny. But the only way I pulled it off is because I spaced it out. Yeah, I spaced it out, and that's how I do it. Yeah. Okay. By the way, Baba Chocolata, don't tell me what to do. This is going on. Don't block me, Colonel. Why not make TSA private? Well, that's a good question, Baba Chocolata. You actually asked a good question for once. It was private. Before 9/11, airlines were responsible for security at airports. They just weren't very good at it. Yep. Yeah, banks are shadow banning my super chats. All right, the topic at hand. Conflicting reports came out earlier today saying that the Iranians were mocking President Trump's offer, a 15-point peace plan, and they have rejected it. And then there was reports refuting they rejected it. Now, apparently, they have rejected it for sure. Yep. No, it's not wise to beat up people, particularly when they're smaller than you. Yeah, that was just dumb. It was juvenile and stupid, and I couldn't possibly, defend that guy. That behavior was atrocious. That behavior was atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. Yep. So, the Iranians don't want peace. They just don't want peace. They don't want peace, ladies and gentlemen. Where's it at here? Iran dismisses U.S. ceasefire plan. It's not a ceasefire plan. It's a peace plan. Yeah, so I say, and I said on my radio program earlier, just bomb the snot out of them. Just bomb them and obliterate them. You can't trust the Iranian theocracy. They'll agree to something they'll never follow. They never adhered to the agreement that Obama, where he gave them hundreds of billions of dollars. They never followed through on that. They continued to enrich uranium, and they got away with it for years. And you cannot trust them. This is typical fanatical Islamist. They will sign an agreement, and they will then begin to immediately violate it behind the scenes. Yes, I know the embassy is trolling the USA, and I have reported the failure of the Minister of Foreign Relations, little tiny Ronnie Lamola, for his hypocrisy in not demarching the Iranian ambassador, for the unpalatable conduct of the Iranian embassy, and for their undiplomatic actions. But, of course, the ANC loves terror countries. They support terrorists, and therefore they're not going to do anything to the terrorists who have been acting in undiplomatic fashion. In fact, not only will they not do anything to terrorists, they'll go and congratulate them. They'll take trips there. They'll send their defense chief to owe fealty, to pledge fealty and loyalty to the terrorist regime that murders 30,000 of its own peaceful citizens or peaceful protesters. They will invite the terrorists to participate in their naval exercises and pretend that they didn't know they were coming because the Chinese arranged it inside their own sovereign sea, inside their 12-mile zone. Yes, and then they'll claim that they told them to go home and not participate, only to watch the ships all participate. But here's the upside of that. Those 3 ships full of terrorists from the Iranian Reactionary Republican Guard Corps, IRCG, Revolutionary Guard Corps, all gone. All gone. All gone. Yep, all gone, folks. They're gone. They're gone. Yep. They are gone. They're gone, folks. They're gone.
Once we
sailed the 7 seas in the Iranian Navy.
With a swagger in the breeze, in
the Iranian Navy,
we could do
as we pleased,
hearts full of pride
and bravado.
Once we arrogantly threatened every
Nation on the
seas,
in the Iranian Navy. Raise up your glass and sing it wild and wavy. Our Iranian Navy.
From the Gulf to the foam of the Western Sea, we were masters of the tide and the spray, but the wind has turned and the cannon's gone silent. Who now now will answer our plea. Once we ruled the raging foam, now we've no fleet to
Call our own, the Iranian Navy.
We tacked into the wind with our beards so well trimmed in the
Iranian Navy.
Steel beneath our boots and salt upon our skin.
In the Iranian Navy.
Our friends invited us to Cape Town, proud.
Ooh, check out the chicas.
And bold. Sailors on shore leave at Simon's Town.
Stories not told.
Naval exercises with our friends from Moscow and Beijing. We already missed the brief fling. Our presence made Arab nations tremble. Our blockade made oil prices treble. All together, the bold, brave, mighty sight of our
Iranian Navy. Raise up your glass and sing it loud and wavy. The ghost or the roar. Iranian Navy.
From the straits to the storm-lashed quay, we were thunder on the sea. But the dice were cast and the wager played, and pride went down with the fleet. Now we sing in
Chicas.
taverns dim and cold of stories grand and growing
In the Iranian Navy.
with the dawn. Now
All our ships are gone.
Rusting at the bottom of the sea, with whom shall we plea?
In the Iranian Navy.
Mighty no longer sailing a lost dream. We see our song on the lament and anger scream. Twisted hoax, a metal lie, billowing flames of despair. And a mighty Iranian Navy is no more. Just smoke upon the air. We want to surrender, we have no future. We can't even get a dinghy
In the water.
No harbor light, no guiding star, no compass left to steer us far.
Raise up your glass and sing it loud and wavy for the ghost of the Iranian Navy.
To the days we ruled the brine. For once we sailed the seven seas and did as we pleased in the Iranian Navy. Once we sailed the seven seas. Ha!
Seven Sea Iranian Navy. All gone. All gone. No more. All gone. But Iran does not want peace. They want to return to the Stone Age. After all, that's what they want the world to do. Had they been able to acquire nuclear weapons, they would have melted the sands of the Negev and turned Israel into a radioactive cinder, murdering 6 to 9 million people. That's their plans, that's their objective, that's the desire, and that's what they would have done had the Don not stopped them. Today, Iran dismissed an American plan to pause the war in the Middle East, issuing its own counterproposal as it launched more attacks on Israel and the Gulf Arab countries. Two officials from Pakistan described the 15-point U.S. proposal broadly, saying it addressed sanctions relief, a rollback in Iran's nuclear program, limits on missiles, and reopening the Strait of Hormuz, through which a fifth of the world's oil is normally shipped. Iran issued its own plan via state TV, which includes a halt to the killings of its officials, means to make sure no other war is waged against it, reparations for the war, the end of the hostilities, and Iran's sovereignty over the Strait of Hormuz. Well, Iran doesn't have sovereignty. It's not their sovereign space. No negotiations have happened with the enemy until now, and we do not plan any negotiations. Ladies and gentlemen, keep bombing them. Isaac Joubert, thank you for the 50 Rand super chat. Very kind of you. Keep bombing them into oblivion. The Iranian Navy, once we sail the seven seas. What press are you talking about? What are you talking about there, Snippets? Can the people of Iran not yet overthrow the government? I don't think so. I think it's because we really have been targeting the troops. We have not been going after the Revolutionary Guard Corps troops, and they run the country. So unless they're defanged, then the people won't be able to rise up. So, you know, the Navy and the Air Force aren't the ones that are keeping the calm. George Steinberg is in from Heckport. What's going on, man? Yep. So Snippets said a present. But what about the president Trump is talking about? I don't know. What president is Trump talking? What present is Trump talking about? Sorry. Where's it at? There's something here I want to... Come on. Yeah, every single one knocked down. This is the only report I can find of this. The Iranians claim that they fired missiles at the USS Abraham Lincoln, our carrier in the carrier strike group in the Persian Gulf, the Arabian Gulf. And they claim that... they don't claim they hit it, but they claim that they forced it to return to port. And then there was some report that came out. It said that there was a fire in the laundry room. That sounds suspicious. But according to this report, which has, I don't know, WION, they do pretty good reporting. I don't know if it's true. The U.S. Navy claims to have intercepted 100 plus Iranian missiles targeting the U.S. Abraham Lincoln in the Arabian Sea. The $6.8 billion supercarrier survived using a layered defense shield of Aegis destroyers, EA-18G Growlers, and advanced SM-6 missiles. President Trump stated that Iran fired 101 highly sophisticated missiles at the Abraham Lincoln. Despite the unprecedented scale of the attack, the Navy confirmed that every single projectile was successfully intercepted and knocked down into the Arabian Sea. Wow. Now, of course, carrier never travels alone. It's got a carrier strike crew with it. It's surrounded by the Arleigh Burke-class destroyers like the USS Spruance and USS O'Kane. These escort ships are equipped with the Aegis combat system, which uses advanced radar, automatically track, and destroy dozens of incoming threats simultaneously. And the EA-18 Growler is a jammer. Before kinetic interceptors even fired, the U.S. Navy employs the EA-18 Growler electronic warfare aircraft to blind the enemy. These jets scramble the guidance systems of incoming Iranian Qadar cruise missiles, effectively cutting off their ability to lock onto the supercarrier. F-35 early warning patrols. USS Abraham Lincoln maintains a constant combat air patrol, CAP, using advanced fifth-generation F-35C fighter jets. These stealth fighters act as flying sensor hubs, detecting low-flying sea-skimming drones and missiles from hundreds of miles away before they reach the fleet. The Phalanx CIWS Buzzsaw. As the absolute last line of defense, the supercarrier uses the Phalanx close-in weapon system. This automated radar-guided Gatling gun fires 4,500 armor-piercing rounds per minute, creating an impenetrable wall of metal to shred any missile seconds before impact. Yeah, there you go. Wonder if one of my month-long toilet stoppers will work to take the rest, because the rest, I have no idea what Jacques talking about. Oh, he said he announced, I didn't see that. Was it on Truth Social? I haven't been on Truth Social in a bit. Where's Truth Social at? Oh, I haven't been on it in a while. It's not showing up in my list of stuff here, so I have to type it in. Truth. Truth. Truth Social. Let's go to Trump. Oh, Letitia James has been referred once again for criminal prosecution over her home insurance fraud. The director of the Federal Housing Agency has again referred New York Attorney General Letitia James to the Department of Justice for criminal prosecution. She oversees Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and the Federal Home Loans Bank. Asked U.S. attorneys in Florida and Illinois on Wednesday to authenticate and investigate the information. In a letter to U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of Florida, Jason Quinones, they point to a court exhibit and application for home insurance submitted to Fort Lauderdale-based Universal Property Insurance, which appears to show that James claimed her Norfolk, Virginia home would be unoccupied for 5 months out of the year. But she gave it to her niece, so it was occupied. Meeting with the highly respected President of China, which was originally postponed due to our military meeting, has been rescheduled for May 14 and 15. First Lady Melania will also visit Madam Peng. Okay, all right, so Trump has rescheduled that now. By the way, even CNN has to admit that the ICE agents patrolling or working at the airports have relieved the lines. It's so funny to see the left crawl backwards from their stuff. Yes, Alex, I reported that during my radio program. That's a bit disturbing. 42 is too old to join the military. It's too old for 99% of people. And also allowing people with drug convictions to join the military. This is not good. We were told that the military had record recruiting numbers. Now I find that story to be implausible. Also, Pete Hegseth has removed the rank off of Army chaplains, off of military chaplains. I'm not sure I like that, but he has removed the rank. Hegseth removes rank insignia from military chaplains. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said U.S. military chaplains will no longer wear rank insignia, instead displaying symbols of their faith, which they already do. They already display a cross if they're Christian, the Torah if they're Jewish, and the crescent if they're Muslim. The new directive will shift how they're identified in uniform. Before the change, the chaplain's uniform carried their rank insignia along with a symbol denoting the religion. Hegseth said the policy speaks to the difficult balance of the duality of military chaplain. The chaplain is first and foremost a chaplain and an officer second. This change is a visual representation of that fact. He said removing the rank allowed chaplains to be seen amongst the highest ranks because of their divine calling. He terminated the Army's spiritual fitness guide and said he would simplify how the military categorizes religious affiliation. In his most recent message, Hegseth said the number of religious affiliation codes was reduced from 200 to just 31. That's interesting. Well, he's going to make more changes. No, it's not enough time to get a pension because they'd have to change law. You can't serve at 62. Well, I mean, technically you can, but I mean, you come in as a private, you go to basic training at 42 and stick around till you're 62. Yeah. Let me see. I think it's 62 is mandatory retirement age for military. $62 for most commissioned officers below the rank of general. $64 for generals. Yep. Enlisted personnel often retire at 62 depending on service. Yep. So 62. That's what I said. I said it right. Yep. Chaplains and medical officers can stay later. In fact, Chaplain Dema, whom I wound up serving in 3 different assignments with, shockingly. I first saw him in Italy, and then I saw him, I think, in Stuttgart, and then here at the War College, Chaplain Dema, who's now retired. He's rather advanced in age, Catholic chaplain, really nice guy. He was serving into his 70s, I think. He had an exception, yeah. Oh, Jacques, they've always worn religious signs on the uniform. Yep, they've always had that on their uniform. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah, so no, that's not true, Alex. They could retire. Yeah. Okay, Marique's 20 Rand. Thank you for that. Marique's, thanks. Henry Swanepoel, what's going on? Yeah, there's the actual. I just found the U.S. code. Yep. Anyone who is at least 62 years of age shall be retired 60 days after it becomes that age, as provided by Section 8301, Title 5. Yep. Military retirement. My Army benefits. Members who accumulate 20 or more years of active service are eligible for retirement. There are 3 non-disability retirement plans currently in effect for active duty retirees. The final pay plan, the high 3 36-month plan, the Military Retirement Reform Act 1986, referred to as Redux. Well, I have the high 3. Yep. So, final pay plan, which was best. That was the best one ever. Final pay plan used the final pay plan method to determine the retired base pay. Final pay plan used a multiplier percentages 2.5 times the years of credible service. The years of credible service for an active duty retirement calculator is some years. High 36. The high 36 retirement plan used the high 36 method to determine the retired pay. So they take your highest 36 months of pay, which is normally your last 36 months. They average it out, divide by 36, and you get that, which is less than your final pay. It's a ripoff. It cost me tens of thousands of dollars, probably if I live long enough, hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's such a ripoff. Yep. But I made up for it because they felt so guilty that they kept increasing the percentage that you can take into retirement. It used to be 50 at 20 years, 75 at 30 years, and then they go beyond that now. It didn't used to be that way. Sarita, what's going on? By the way, folks, if I forget you're in the States, please forgive me. I mean, so many of you are over here now. I can't wait till the 5th of April and see what the numbers are that have come over, even though we didn't bring people over until the 9th of March. Yep, I can't wait to see that. Yep. Anyway, so back here. All right, 101 people here currently. That's pretty cool. 437 views. Chat rate's 5, and we are just over an hour. So we started a bit late, folks, because I had to help a refugee who was at the airport, and there was no one to pick him up there, but they were there. It was just some miscommunication, so we sorted it. Yep. Let me do that. Oh, that's the mother. Okay. Wait a second. Why does it say that? That doesn't make any sense. Pretoria High Court has ordered the Agriculture Minister John C. Knight in the finals of the scheme for unsupervised private foot and mouth by April 17th. And is ordered to pay costs. Johnny Boy lost. Johnny Boy lost. 5:27 a.m. That just, okay. So that's, it is in 5:27. Oh, that's today. Okay, so that was earlier today. Boy, Sakalika has responded a lot in this. Kim Jong-un really wanted to control the industry. Clearly he's never been a South African farmer in his life. No, your DA split your vote. Amazing how quickly they adapted the ANC style of governing, including losing hard-earned tax and stupid court cases. Yep. Sent me an email about being born in Rhodesia and automatic being a British citizen. But it's not as simple as that. So I see nothing from you. I'll look for it. Oh, there it is. Oh, you just sent it 2 minutes ago. Good Lord. You just sent it. It didn't even arrive in my email until I typed it. Pat, do you want me to answer the question here? It could be a problem. But you can argue that you're not a citizen of that other place. You've never taken a positive step for that. You don't have a passport, and you're in danger now. You're in danger now. What you need to tell them when they interview is you are in danger now. You cannot get a passport. You have no documentation to prove you were born there. And the UK doesn't just hand those passports out like bubblegum. So they may have told you that, but that's not entirely accurate. Okay. So I wouldn't fret yet, but there is definitely, yeah. So, plus the UK has changed its laws back and forth. So that doesn't mean automatically. Yep. Faith Naidu says Iran is not Gaza. Who said it was Gaza? I'm working at our info and rights in the state. What do you mean by your rights, Maurice? What do you mean by that? You're entitled to the same privileges and protections of the Constitution as an American citizen when you arrive as a refugee. Just read the Constitution. I don't mean, what do you mean your rights? What are you looking for here? I don't understand what you're looking for here. You're welcome, Pat. That would be my argument. You know, you can't prove it. You don't have a birth certificate from there. You don't have any documentation. Your age, your parents are long gone. You've been a South African citizen. You have a South African passport. If you have a South African passport, you don't possess another passport. The fact that you were born somewhere else doesn't make you automatically a citizen of that country. Some countries do that. Others don't. So also, yeah. So anyway, so all right. That's the argument I would make. Thank you for that. That link to Twitter there, Mad Max or whoever that was. Mad Max is putting his Twitter things up now. He must be desperate for cash because they're not coming. He used to put super chats in there all the time. I almost forgot it was him. Anyway, yeah. So thank you for the 20 Rand, Maurice. Well, you apply for a British passport. That's not going to be a good idea if you want to come to America as a refugee. But if you have a British passport or a German passport or a French passport, it doesn't mean you can't come here as a refugee. If you've got a qualified member in your household, your spouse, you can come on theirs. We saw that already. I don't know what she's talking about, Utopia. There's no thing as refugee rights. There's no rights. I mean, what are you looking for? I don't understand. You want some list to say that you must get this, you must get this. It doesn't exist. And, rights are not, privileges and entitlements. They're very different things. So your question doesn't make much sense to me. Anyway. Boy, we are really struggling to get to 125,000 subscribers. Really, really struggling. I mean, when did I hit 124? On March 13th. It's been 12 days and we've only gotten 400 more subscribers. Wow. Well, 472. It's really been a stretch. Last 90 days, 3 months ago, we were at 119,000. So in 3 months, we've just gained 5,400. No, it wasn't lecturing. I'm not doing lecturing. This is preparatory work. And they've got us rewriting a scenario. It's a nightmare. It's very frustrating. A year ago, we were at 63,000 in March. I agree with you, Pat. And what I'm saying is that you've never actually exercised that citizenship. You didn't even know you had it. And to your knowledge, you're a citizen of South Africa. That's where you grew up. So, and you're in jeopardy there. You have no recourse to go to the UK. You have no British passport. They're not going to let you in on a South African passport. Well, I was born in Northern Rhodesia. Well, good for you, sweetheart. Go home. Yep. Yep, and some unknown person makes a total random video and gets 500,000 views. Yep. No, but 1 year ago on this date, we had 63,000 subscribers. And then on June 4th, we hit that 100,000 number. Yep. So we're approaching June. It's March, April, May, June. 3 more months, and we will only have gained 25,000 subscribers in a year. Jeez. But that's more than I had in December of 2024. I only had 20,000. Yep. Exactly, Jerry. So they're wrong. Pat, stand your ground. Stand your ground politely and firmly and tell them you're not a citizen of there. The fact you're born there does not. You have to claim it, and you have no option. And you don't consider yourself, a citizen of that country. Sharon Goslin, what's going on? Kathy says, enjoy a visit to Vegas. Well, I'll try, Kathy, but it's hectic. I've got so much stuff going on. I never get to relax and enjoy myself. We'll see if I do in Vegas. I'm hoping that somebody will hang out with me in Vegas. Somebody's got time, hey, let's go hang out. I mean, maybe even have a drink. I never drink. I have a drink, relax, Well, a lot of people our viewers have come to the States, have leached the info, and they're not watching my program anymore. That's true. But I said that was going to happen. But look, I mean, I'm not complaining about that. I mean, we get 500, 700 people watching live streams, regular for the news, especially on a Monday. We get 800 on Monday. And for night owls, we're usually, when I do it at 5 a.m. South Africa time, I'm still getting 200, 250 or more. And then the other morning, we're up to 300 something before we got off air. So, yeah, but a lot of people just want what they want. It's for them, and they're done. So they don't mind using people. I mean, I've given out well over $1 million of consulting advice for free, and I still get attacked by people. The pros that AI Shop is taking over do where it takes normal folks hours to make videos. The problem is that AI Slop is taking over. Well, the problem is anybody that's dumb enough to listen to AI Slop. And a lot of people, hey, Carlos, a lot of people are going to rebel against that. We'd like to meet you when we're there. Sure, Marix, absolutely. Everyone thought Dubai was the safest place. Pina coladas at the pool with drone shrapnel, crunchy, reality check on passports. Yeah, right, Mark Feldman. Well, I mean, I never thought that Dubai was safe, or Oman, or the Emirates, or Abu Dhabi. None of that's safe. It's in the Middle East, where a bunch of crazy ass people live that have no value for human life whatsoever. Yeah, but look at the tulips, man. The pink ones are really. It's grown since I started the show. Here's a pink one over here. He's a little hitchhiker. Seven pink ones on that side. One pink one over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 purple and a pink one on that side. Sharon knows what feeling. You're a trauma counselor. These people were not given loans. They had to pay out of pocket or stay at the Hilton until their funds ran out. Yeah, I love Tulips 2 vodka model. Monitoring what's happening here by us now. As soon as I have the facts, I'll let the colonel know. Yep. Right. They want to start a war on content. But the thing is that, they can start their war, but they can't stop people abroad from commenting on their stupidity. They can't stop that. So they can start the war. What they'll do is they put a war on content creators in South Africa. I'll get more viewers. Simple as that. Yep. Because people still want to hear about South Africa, and they'll look for the honest reporting. And when they can't watch people in South Africa because they can't pay the fees or fines or all the stuff, then they'll... So, censorship in South Africa will benefit me. Shawnee, the program is broadcast on my channel. All right. It wasn't on for the last 2 weeks because I was sick. I'm not going to broadcast it when I can't participate and keep an eye on what's being said, because I'm responsible for it, and then YouTube will shut my channel down. So the previous week I begged off, and so it wasn't on. This past week it wasn't on because we had a guest who talked about something about the Rona that YouTube would have given me a strike and removed my channel over medical misinformation. So I couldn't risk that. So I broadcast it on X and on Rumble last week. This week I told it to go on X and on Rumble and on YouTube, and then it set up 2 streams on YouTube instead of setting up the Rumble. I don't know what the hell happened there. So it was on. It was on tonight. We were on tonight. So, in fact, I'll put it on right now. Let's see. So go to my channel. Okay. Oh, it didn't have any views. Lives. Oh, it's picking up a little bit. It was 100 and something, but now it's up to 527. Okay, there you go. 527 people watched it already. So let's see, view on YouTube. Let me jump ahead. You can see it's me because, that's this one here. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. My bad. No, okay. How many views? Like 100 something. 246. Okay, that's it. I was about to play this stream. View on YouTube. There we go. Okay. Hang on.
Tuesday follows weeks of tests.
Larry Krasner, the Soros-sponsored district attorney, threatening federal law enforcement again. And Trump just keeps on winning. So let's get into it with my co-host here, Todd McKinley in East Tennessee, and John Grosvenor in the studio in Nashville, New Hampshire. And apparently we can't afford the electricity up there. It looks pretty dark. You can barely see John. Looks like he's hiding in a cave. John, what's going on? Why is it so dark in the studio?
It is the camera itself. I mean, I got this big bright light on over my head.
So see, it was on tonight. Just 29 likes. That, by the way, every time I air that, it hurts my channel because it has so few views. It draws down the algorithm. But, that's people ask for it, so I put it on. As long as we're not doing anything controversial. So somebody just said their son. What was that? Where was he at? I just saw someone say that. Where did it go? Tulips are the best. Tulips, not tulips. Oh, yeah. Mad Max, yes. Caseworkers do watch my program. Yep, absolutely. And a lot of people know who I am that are in the refugee NGOs across the country. Some of these people are fantastic. They go above and beyond. They do their best. Others are just collecting a paycheck, and some are just downright nasty and evil bastards, and I will expose them. So Isaac Joubert says, I'm awake because her son was stuck at the airport and the colonel managed to sort out. You're very welcome, Isaac. Yep. The only thing I didn't understand is that your son has a phone and it says Wendy. So I didn't save in my address book. Pink and the purple is an alien, illegal alien. Yeah, deported back to pink country real estate. Yeah, it's an illegal alien, man. Yeah, somebody screwed up over there. Road Captain Kev, welcome to you. Well, no, he's probably not. Well, he may be where he needs to be right now because it's an hour drive from where he landed to the town where he's going to be staying. And so he was picked up right after we started the program. We've been on for an hour and 20 minutes, so he may be just arrived. He is 2 hours behind me, so it's 9:30 there now. Yep. Yeah, I think Mad Max was watching the show tonight. Colonel, are you still going to do a dual live professionals? I don't know what you mean by dual live. Do you mean, is he going to appear in my program? There's no dual live. He's going to appear in my program. Yes, but it has to be on a Tuesday, and I'm not available until after for another week. So my hair's looking kind of bald there. What's going on there? It's laid on my head. Looks like I'm bald there, and I'm not. Anyway. Okay, the Big Beautiful Bill did not take away all support. That's a lie. That's a myth. If your agents think that, they're either dishonest or they're not well informed. What you lost in Big Beautiful Bill was food stamps. That's it. That's it. All the other stuff you still get. You still get it. Refugee cash assistance, if it's applicable. Refugee medical assistance, if it's applicable. Medicaid is still available for you. Social Security supplemental is still available for you. That hasn't changed. That has not changed. Also, they'll try to claim, well, there's no benefits. Well, there were no benefits. For the past several years, the federal government has only given benefits, or not benefits, but entitlements for 4 months. For 4 months. That's what happened during the Biden regime, 4 months. They claimed it 7 months, but it was actually 4 months. Under the law, some of these things are provided for 3 years, up to 5 years. But the cash stuff is only 4 months. That doesn't change. The Big Beautiful Bill didn't change that. This is a lie. They're all just spreading nonsense because they don't bother to read the bill and analyze it. Don't listen to them. Okay, matching grants, Mad Max, matching grants aren't a federal thing. You're in Virginia. There are no matching grants in other places. So that's a Virginia thing. That's nothing to do with the refugee program. That's something they decide to do. New York has matching grants, something they decide to do. It's not a federal program. So people get matching grants in states. No one else gets matching grants in other states. So you can't include that. That's the state you wind up in. And I'm unaware that Medicaid goes away. That's impossible. That's impossible. It may go away for you because you only get a specific amount of time. Your case agents from IRC, young American lady, very good, and even interested in Africans. Okay. Well, I've heard from him, Isaac. Yeah, he was fine. He got picked up. Let me see what he said. I said, I spoke to your case officer. The lady's waiting for you. Go back to the escalators inside the building. There is a security office on the left-hand side. Wait there. She'll come collect you. She's short with dark brown hair, a Hispanic lady. Confirm when she finds you. Thank you. I'll do so. And then he said, and then just 3 minutes later, they found me. Thank you so much. All right. So at 22:17, an hour and 6 minutes ago, he was collected. Well, he might have already been collected. Well, no, I think it was when he got collected because it was 3 minutes after he told me he was going there. Huntsville, Alabama. You want to live in Alabama, that's your choice. They told us that it will not pay for housing, sir. Therefore, they hand out loan application now going forward 1 October. Well, yeah, temporary assistance, that's a whole separate kettle of fish. Vilma, 17 months as a member. Thank you for that. Vroska said, we'd love to see you at the airport when we get there. Well, not Vroska, Vodka Model. Well, are you going to Harrisburg? If you're going to Harrisburg, there's a possibility of it. But if you're not going to Harrisburg, it's a highly remote likelihood. I will not likely go around the country to go to airports. But if you're coming to Harrisburg, I'll probably see you if the time is suitable. But if however you arrive on Wednesday when I've got a radio program, not going to happen. Yep. And now that I've signed up finally for this Easy Pass scam, I will now be able to use the Turnpike more often because the cost had doubled. It was $101 for me to go to Pittsburgh and come back to pay tolls. $101. 2,000 Rand to pay in tolls for one trip. That's insane. Never mind the petrol it cost me to go out there and the night in the hotel. So I've got the Easy Pass now, and today I signed my second vehicle up for it, and they cut the cost in half. It was half as much, so it's $50 total. Getting old is not for sissies. What do you mean is getting old? Who's getting old? Oh, it is hectic utopia. It's insane. It's a total ripoff. The Pennsylvania Turnpike was paid off decades ago. They're just fleecing us for money. And they used to have toll collectors at all the booths, except for one lane was for people to go through that had the Easy Pass, the scanner. So they took all the toll collectors away during COVID. So now there's no toll collectors. So what the hell are we paying for? It's all automated. The roads don't get repaired any faster. They're not any better. There isn't less traffic on it. 10 years ago, there was a lot less traffic on the turnpike because people don't want to pay it. Now people, I guess, have the money. Speaking of that, there's a lot of rich people in this country. A lot of rich people. Yep, a lot of rich people. So let me just get this story that I found earlier. Where's it at? They're rich but not famous, and they're suddenly everywhere. Yep. Does my case study app only work with a given number? I have no idea. I don't know what my case study is. You tell me at the. I don't even know what this app is. I never heard of this app, so I can't help you. I don't know what that is. I don't even know what you're talking about. They're not billionaires, but they're still very rich. The number of Americans worth tens of millions and hundreds of millions of dollars has boomed in the past decades, thanks to rising stock market, lucrative private investments, and swelling valuations for small and mid-sized businesses. More ultra-wealthy people. There are 430,000 U.S. households worth $30 million or more, according to analysis by the Federal Reserve. Within that, there are 74,000 American households worth $100 million or more. Over the past few decades, the growth in the number of very rich has surpassed general population growth, which means the country is becoming wealthier and people are generally becoming wealthier. Webb Wolf, congratulations for your contributions. Well, thank you. 140 Rand. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yep. So, people worth 30 million, over 400,000. People worth 50 million. It's over 200,000 households are worth $50 million. And 74,000 worth 100 million. And they're getting rich quicker. This is the growth of household wealth since 1976. And you can see all households have gained about 400%. So even the poorest of households are 400% wealthier than they were in 1976. That's inflation adjusted, by the way. And the top 0.001% have gained over 3,500%. Top 1% have gained about 500 or 600% more. Yep. And this is how wealth is for the highest people. Stocks and mutual funds are over 50% of their wealth, and private business makes up a chunk. But for the bottom of the households, the bottom 50%, only a small fraction of their wealth is tied up in stocks and mutual funds. And in fact, the 90%. So in fact, half the country, well, 90% of the country only has about 10% of their wealth tied up in stocks. Baby boomers collectively have far more wealth than any other living generation because they bought homes and stocks decades ago and are benefiting from long run up in the value of those assets. So the silent and earlier, that's not the baby boomers. Anybody born before 1946 is still alive. They currently have assets of $20.8 trillion. Baby boomers from 46 to 64, that includes me, $88.5 billion in collective wealth. Generation X from 65 to 1980, $45 billion in wealth. Millennials and Gen Z, $18.25 billion. So collectively, that's 88, 98, 108, 109, 154, 172. $172 trillion in combined wealth. Yep. Houses selling for $10 million or more. That's out of my price range. Millions out of my price range. Yeah, there are, in Miami, 100 homes sold for $10 million or more. In Los Angeles, 250. And in Manhattan, 300 homes sold for $10 million or more dollars. Business jets and turboprops. Here you go. So, fractionally owned business jet flights are up to about 850,000, And then flights on business jets and turboprops, there are 3.5 million flights on those per year. That's a lot. Anyway, that's a little story about wealth. Isaac Joubert says, wants to meet for a drink. Okay, all right. People say that. Lots of people say that. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Whoa. Where'd it go? There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Family is being treated very well in Harrisonburg. Harrisonburg is in Virginia. Is that what you mean to say? Grateful for your help, Hendo. Okay, you mean grateful to Hendo, Dorothy? My friend in the program says they never sign NDA, only indemnity. They say no NDA. People are confusing the two. Yeah, there is a difference. There's a complete difference. A NDA is a non-disclosure agreement. You agree that you, otherwise you forfeit what you get. You will not disclose the details of what's going on because you put people at risk. That's a legally binding document. You can be sanctioned for it. And indemnity is a debt. Modesto? I know that the IRC wasn't taking care of a colored family out there. I can tell you that much. Yep. I know that because I intervened. And then I can tell you that the IRC responded back to me, and in 3 days in a row the following week, they told me what was going on. Yeah. Yeah, it's in the Central Valley of California, below Stockton. It's an agricultural area. We see lots of aliens, illegal aliens there for sure. Yep. Let me check on some basic stats on it. Modesto. Okay. Central Valley region here, 68 miles south of Stockton. Yep. 218,000 people, 19th most populous city in California. It was a railroad stop connecting Sacramento and Los Angeles. It's right in the middle of the state. Yep. So let's see. Founded in 1870, incorporated 1884. All right, let me see. I'm trying to find. So weather. January, the mean daily temperature is 13 degrees Celsius, so 56. In July, it is 35 degrees. Central Valley gets warm. All right. So population. Okay. 2020. This is a weird chart. So in 2000, 60% of Modesto was white. Today, it's only 38%. Yeah, there were 112,000 whites, and now there's only 99,000. So 13,000 whites have fled from Modesto. Blacks have barely nudged. They're just 3.71%, which is where they were in 2000, which is 7,500 people. Alaskan or Native American, they're slightly smaller, 0.5%, 1,100 people. Asian have gained a couple thousand. They're at 7%, 8%. Pacific Islanders have gained a bit. Mixed race, about the same, but Hispanic or Latino, the invasion, the criminal alien invasion of America underway. In 2000, there were 48,000 Hispanics. Today, in 2020, there are 93,000. 93 freaking thousand. I'm sorry. The white population went 112,000 down to just 84,000. That means that 28,000 white people have fled from Modesto, while the Hispanic population went from 48 to 93, more than doubling. Criminal alien invasion of America. So there you go. If you like Hispanics, you'll like Modesto. Dorothy, I don't understand. What's your role here? What are you thanking me for? No, Toppy. It was who's? Oh, is it her son? Okay, so Dorothy. Well, you guys have different names. You guys are very confusing. So Isak was here earlier and said it was his son. Now Dorothy's saying it's her son. I guess maybe it's a case where parents are no longer together or something like that. I'm confused anyway. But I'm glad we're able to help. But didn't his mother reach out to me? Okay, Dorothy, I see that is you. Okay, yep, okay. All right, yep, okay. You did reach out to me. Okay, sorry. I'm not used to seeing your name in the chat. Rudolph, we're in a bind, experiencing some car troubles. Okay, Rudolph, what do you mean? Lots of people have car troubles. I mean, that's not very, very clear what you're doing. All right, it's getting late here. Large agricultural industry based in the fertile farmlands surrounding the city, home to the largest winery in the world, the E&J Ernest and Julio Gallo Winery. Yep. The Gallo Glass Company, which is part of that. It's the largest wine bottle manufacturing company in the world. Gallo provides 3,500 jobs in Modesto residents and 2,500 other jobs in other parts of the state. What else they got there? Crystal Creamery, Royal Robins, Fiscalini Cheese, Scabiacchia Olive Oil, Save Mart, Acme Construction. Yep. So, largest employers are Ernest and Julio Gallo, 6,500 employees. Stanislaus County, that's the government, 4,000. Modesto City Schools, more government, 3,200. Doctors Medical Center, 2,600. Memorial Medical Center, 2,000. Foster Farms Poultry, 2,000. Del Monte Foods, 600. City of Modesto, 1,300. Modesto Junior College, 1,000. And the Sylvian Union School District, 900. The rockabilly genre of music originated in Modesto with the formation of the Maddox Brothers and Rose on KTRB radio in 1937. Rockabilly started in Modesto. Wow. Angelique, what's up? Hey, CB. What scenes? Okay. Anyway, that's a little bit about Modesto, California. Ernest and Julio Gallo. Started in 1933. Founder was Ernest Gallo and Julio Gallo. And now they're just called Gallo. Well, that's stupid. They should have kept Ernest and Julio Gallo. Everyone knew that. Anyway, good morning. So thank you, Dorothy. Glad that we're able to help. Thank you for being a subscriber as well. Sharon says the church there is very helpful. What church? Where? So Vodka Model, you're asking about Modesto, but you want to say hi. You want to visit me, or you want me to meet you at the airport. I won't meet you at the airport in California. Sorry about that. George Lucas was born in Modesto. I did not know that. Good morning, Debbie Ackerman. What's up? How's the heart? Is he doing all right? Chris Kruger, welcome to you. Rudolph is not answering the question. Several of you asked questions, and I asked for more clarity, and he's not answering. Rudolph, no one can help you if we don't know what's going on. Car troubles. Lots of people have car troubles, man. What does that mean? Are you stranded on the side of the road? Your car not start? Are you in South Africa? Are you in the United States? You're in a dangerous area. Okay, is there anyone in Joburg is able to assist me to find out what's wrong with the Bucky? We came up to Joburg for interviews, and Bucky ends up getting problems. Okay, well, all right. Well, Rudolph, you're going to have to be more specific. Joburg is the size of a country. All right, where are you? Are you in Kempton Park? Are you in Santon? Are you around Ellis Park? Where in Joburg? Joburg is a massive area. It can take someone 10 minutes to get to you. Are you at Four Ways? It can take people 2 hours to get to you. So, yeah. And it's good that it's early. Cars at Daughters. Nordhung. I don't know where Nordhung is. Okay. All right. That's helpful. All right. There you go. Okay. What are we going to rename Nordhung? Okay. Well, that doesn't help me. Okay, that's on the north side. Okay. All right. That helps us there. Okay. So, yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay, Monte Cassino is not that far away from there. Up towards Four Ways. Okay. So it's not far from Four Ways. Okay. All right. Well, more like Johannesburg northwest, not north. Okay. All right. So is there anyone that can help there? Okay. All right. Yeah, not too far from Monte Cassino. Yeah, that's a short drive from there. You take the Witkoppen Road, it takes you to Monte Cassino. Yeah. All right. Anybody that has any knowledge of cars, or anybody have a friend who's a mechanic and go there, let me know when you're coming to Cleveland. Get us Indian tickets. Okay, Alex. Yeah, the Cleveland thing. On my trip to Ohio, I'll probably come to Cleveland, then go to Erie. I'll go to Columbus. I'll see my sister. I didn't say anything about a dome. I said Monte Cassino, which is near Four Ways. I didn't say anything about a dome. Yeah, so. Yeah, so when I go to Ohio, I'll probably stop in Pittsburgh if they're still there and see the I'll see Bruce the service dog again. And from there, I'll continue on to Ohio where I'll see my sister. And then from there, I'll go to Columbus to meet some refugees. And depending what time of year it is, if it's soon, I'll miss the hockey. It'll be too late. But maybe I'll go to a Columbus baseball game. Probably not. From there, I'll go to Columbus. I'll drive up to Cleveland. From Cleveland, I'll drive to Erie. And then I'll head back. Yep. Anyway. All right, so Blandford Road. Okay. Well, that's enough information. You don't have to give us any more information than that, because what happens is we don't want to expose and put you in any danger. Okay, that's a little further over than I thought. What is it? Okay, there it is. Okay, got it. Well, that's right in the heart there. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, a little further from Monte Cassino than I realized. Okay, but yeah. It's my stepson, but I see him as my son, not my stepson. Okay, gotcha, Dorothy. Oh, it took a while for you. Oh, that's Isaac. Okay. No, that's fine. Yeah, it's fine. My stepfather saw me as his son too. He died a few months ago, last fall. I had two stepfathers and a mother, and yeah, and grandparents all gone. I'm an orphan. Yep. Sharon will see us here. Yeah, Rudolph, if you send me, well, Rudolph, they already have you on WhatsApp. Just send me a note. If anybody can help him, it doesn't look like anybody's responding here. Unlike when Anna Kruger was trapped, we actually were able to get her some help, but she was in the southeast corner of Joburg. Okay. Okay, Rudolph, it isn't a crisis right now, is it? I mean, it's not like you're trying to get to an interview. I assume you've already done your interviews and you're going to go home now, and you just need help fixing your car. And can you give me some symptoms? What is it? Not turnover? Will it not start? Does it sound rough? Does it not engage in drive? Is it an automatic? Is it a standard? It's probably a standard transmission, be my guess. Now I'm going to be a little funny. Is it left-hand or right-hand drive? No, I'm just kidding. Sharon's going to see us soon in America. Well, are you coming to central Pennsylvania? All right. This is longer than I intend to stay on because we're trying to sort something out for Rudolph here. My husband's also listening, but he's half asleep. Okay. Yeah, American Graffiti was a hit. I wouldn't call it a mega hit, but it was a hit. But yes, it definitely launched him. Okay. Oh, you need to get back home. Okay, right. So it is. You're going back home. Jovi said, I missed the missing 50. I'm working them too, man. Okay, Sharon, I'm not in Harrisonburg. You're confusing. Harrisonburg is in Virginia. I am in Pennsylvania, near Harrisburg. Harrisonburg is a long way from here. It's standing on bricks without its wheels. Blood cup, smart ass. Knocking sound. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Harrisonburg is a very long way from me. A long way. So directions, let's see. For me to get to Harrisonburg. Well, actually, it's not as far as I thought. That okay? It's 2 hours and 20 minutes. It's 140 miles. It's not as bad as I thought it was. Just go down 81. Oh well, no, it's actually longer. This is my internet service provider, which is about 50 kilometers from here. It's not where I'm at, so it would take me another half hour. So it takes me 3 hours to get there. Waiting for baby's passport. Okay. Trying to help Rudolph, calling the police over there. What are you talking about, Sharon? Calling the police where? I don't know who Rudolph is, and I don't know what's going on. You guys tell me things as if I know, I mean, I on a daily basis, I'm interacting with hundreds of South Africans, most of whom I've never met or seen before. So I don't, sorry, you're saying, I mean, you guys, you say it as if I know who everybody is. Alan, what's going on? And why are the police needed? Okay, blood cup, not funny. Yeah. Okay, so Rudolph Skeppers, I thought had Rudolph's number. Maybe I don't. Oh, I'm sorry. You're talking about Rudolph. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm sorry, guys. I thought why did the police need to go to Rudolph? I'm sorry. I'm tired. It's late. The police are not going to help Rudolph. Don't call the police to go help Rudolph Skeppers. They're not going to help. They don't help people who get raped and murdered. They're not going to go for someone whose car is broken down. That's not how it works. That only happens in America. If you're on the side of the road, Rudolph, your number changed on the 17th of March. Is that correct? So I have the correct Rudolph Skeppers? Yeah, I got it, Joe, but it's not very funny. I'm exhausted. I've been working since 6 o'clock this morning. It's midnight. That's 18 hours straight of work without a break other than to eat some dinner. And I ate once today. Okay. Okay. Well, I don't know what they meant, Rudolph. I just sent you. You commented on the dog whistle video and ticked off a couple of guys. Okay, Pat, what did you comment? Let's go see. Well, towing's not going to help unless he has a garage he can go to where they can repair it. And he has money to repair it. So, where's the dog whistle? Okay, let me see the comments. I don't see anything from you, Pat. So. We will arrange meet and greet in Las Cruces. That's in New Mexico. It's funny, I got some black supremacists on here calling Trump a racist by using racist language. They don't get the irony that they're being a racist and calling Trump a racist in the way they said it. Hilarious. Stupid people should wear signs. I don't see anything from you, man. I don't see what you could have done to irritate people because I don't even see your comment here unless you delete it. There's a lot of comments on that video. I'm getting a lot more comments than views. I think YouTube is suppressing the reports and the number of views because you don't get this many comments. Oh, there it is. Okay, Pat. Also neglect to mention the Boers, KZN lands possession. They can't use selective history. They need to start realizing it's all. Wow, blacks how that was like, yeah, horse shit. Wow, sorry. I'm hoping somebody answered his need here while I'm there. We have CO today, hopefully tickets in the near future. Cultural orientation. Yeah, the tulips are looking great, aren't they? Read a story that Iraq is going to help Iran. No, that's bullshit. Iraq help Iran? No. Sunni, Shiite. No. The Sunnis in Iran attacked the Shiites, in Iraq, attacked the Shiites in Iran. The Sunnis in Iraq attacked the Shiites in Iraq. Excuse me, I keep trying to say the thing. Anyway. Anyway, some guy wrote a book here. Chipotle. Anyway, what you said is fine. Don't worry about that. I finally found what you said. So people are just being silly. Anyway. All right. Toast 140 rand. Thank you. Thank you for that. Somebody not know, no, most people don't know the definition of racism. They don't. They don't. They just, anything that they disagree with is racist. Dimples says, hello from California. Whereabouts in California? Dimples, when are you going to do an interview? Towing consists to be towed. Well, Marique's, if he lives in Uppington, I don't think they're going to tow him from North Joburg to Uppington, okay? You're making an assumption. We can't make an assumption. I don't know where Rudolph has got to go back to. Maybe you know where he lives. I don't recall. All right, doesn't sound like anybody's got the... Karen, you are way behind. I've already answered it. You're talking about Rudolph Nelsprint. Yeah, you are not getting towed from the northwest side of Joburg to Nelsprint. That ain't going to happen. That'll cost you more than repairs. No one's going to do that. They can put your car on your bucky on a transporter and take it there, but yeah, that's not going to happen. He needs attention in Joburg. If anybody can help in Joburg for Rudolph Skeppers, see, you guys just throw Rudolph out there. I don't know who you're talking about. There's lots of Rudolph. I interviewed a Rudolph the other day. So, if you can help Rudolph Skeppers, I have his contact number, assuming that's him. He didn't answer, and it's only got... Oh, wait, I'm in the wrong place. Oh, okay, it didn't take it to your new number, so message the new number. Okay. All right. Now that one went. Okay, got it. Okay. Okay, got it. God, people change their numbers. Crazy. All right. Near Modesto. Waiting for our last family to arrive. I mean, how many are you there? There's 100 of you there? You're like Somalis, man. Any news on the people stuck here on the review? Nobody's stuck on the review. What are you talking about? There's no news on something that doesn't exist. I don't know what you're talking about. Nobody's stuck. Nobody's stuck. Have any of you been waiting 18 months? No, nobody's stuck. A lot of people going to California. It's interesting. Maybe California's taking so many refugees because their population is disappearing. Well, there are reasons for it, Hisigi. People change numbers because their number gets compromised. They change numbers because they're hiding from somebody. They change numbers for security reasons. Their phone gets stolen and they can't get their number back. Lots of reasons why people change their number, but it's kind of frustrating when they change their number. I have been using. Well, I have 3 phones, but I've been using one phone number since 2000, 26 years. Pretty good gardener. It's a new game in Utah. Yeah, Utah's dry. And the soil around Salt Lake has high salinity content. Yeah, being a farmer or a gardener in Utah is a challenge. Yep. Okay, we have little. Well, Hisigi, California is better than South Africa, so we have a little community already. They had a pickup soon. We can start a rugby club, maybe the Lions in Modesto. Okay. Anybody here know how to stop making Windows 10 change my Dan screensaver? I never, or not my screensaver, my wallpaper. You bastards. They changed it back in. They keep changing my wallpaper. I didn't authorize that. It just started, and I can't find it. The stupid control panel that you use for Windows 10 and a higher, it sucks. It isn't, I like the historic one. Yep. All right. I need to get to bed here. If anybody can do anything for Rudolph, let me know. Rudolph, but I won't be able to get you an answer until later on. So anyway, so maybe they can tell Hendo. I think he might have your number. All right, I got to get to bed. It's midnight, and I've got to be up early to go do my final day at the War College because I'm flying Friday to Vegas. Okay? All right. Yeah, I had no plans to go to California, but if there's a bunch of you out there in Modesto, maybe I'll give it a shot. Okay, he's in the hotel. All right, thank you for that, Isak and Dorothy. Congratulations. My wife was approved 3 months ago. We did everything together, but my case is under review, so she's waiting for my case. No, she's not. She's not. They can move her before they move you if you have 2 cases. Why does your wife have a different case than you? I don't understand that. You don't have to answer that question, but you've created your own problems. Why did, or maybe you haven't. Maybe she goes and you wait. It just depends. We'll see what happens. I'm not moving to Linux. No. My number stopped functioning. They tried to fix it. So I'll see if it couldn't. Okay, there you go. There you go. See, there's Rudolph's reason why I changed the number. All right. All right. Take it from slideshow to picture. I don't have it on slideshow. Let me go there before I disappear real quick. Go to settings. How did it get the slideshow? I didn't tell it to do that. Display. Okay. Display. Where the hell's it at? Why is it not showing me? Oh, my tab just crashed from Firefox. Okay. Oh, damn it. Choose your desktop background. Okay, picture, fill. There's no setting here that says that. It says background. It says background picture. Choose your picture. Choose a fill fit. Yep, that's what I said. Sync your settings. There's nothing here that says that. Personalize. I'm on personalization. I'm on background. There's nothing here. Goodbye, Mr. MRC Duck. Oh, you're not married. Okay, that explains it. You're not married. Okay, that's why I have 2 cases. Okay. Your wallpaper set to slideshow. Well, how do I change? It's in. No, it's not set. It's set to picture. It's not set to slideshow. It's set to picture. And every time I turn around, they change it. See? Yeah, no, it's picture. It's not slideshow. That's bullshit. They keep changing it. Yeah, I know the settings are correct, and they still change it. They change it in the morning, they change it at night. It just gave me 2 pictures of those, what are those damn manatees down in Florida. And the whole picture, background, and wallpaper turned to light blue. It's very distracting. Yeah, Mr. Couple Duck, got it. Okay, that's why you have 2 cases. That's fine. No, it's just the nature of it. You're not stuck. There's a problem with your case, obviously. Obviously, you have something in your background that has to be investigated based on what you said. Don't stress over wallpaper. I will stress because it's annoying. And it comes at the worst time. And I have to waste moments of my life on fucking Microsoft. So I will stress over it. I see, Utopia, I mean, I know that that's how it's done. That's why I'm saying it's still doing it. That's why I went there. It's set for picture, personalized. I hate this control panel. It sucks. You guys are welcome. All right, I do need to go to bed. All right, so if anybody can help Rudolph Skeppers, send me a note, and then we'll try to get him some help. It is very irritating. It is. It's Microsoft. They are irritating. Bill Gates is Satan incarnate. Yes, Windows is crap, and it was good for Windows Vista was a good version, and Windows, what's the other one? Windows 10 was good, but now that it's not being supported anymore, they keep sending updates. I thought it wasn't being supported anymore. And damn it, they're still freaking changing stuff. Anyway. All right, guys. Thanks. Yeah, I need to see that that AfriForum thing. So let me find that real quick. I'm gonna have to listen to that in the morning while I get ready. AfriForum. Oh, there's the dossier. It's in Afrikaans. Wow. Harry Nell, he got 168,000 views on that. Damn. So, yeah, this is definitely a big deal. I mean, you know, they get 1,400 views, 132 views on their videos, 1,000 views, and suddenly they have 168,000 views. Wow. They have 44,000 in the dossier, but they spoke in Afrikaans. I didn't know that. So, wow. Straf verkeerde mabula. En nie South Africa nie. Punish, okay, maybe
Ridiculous statements made by Mr. Fikile Mbalula. Statements that gambles with the future of this country, it gambles with our economy by insulting our major trading partners in the country. Just in the introduction, you will see that we are going ahead with this conference this morning, even though we received legal threats and an official letter yesterday at 3 o'clock demanding that we cancel this media conference. That letter we received from the legal team of Mr. Fikile Mbalula. It shows a bit of panic. On a lighter note, you would know that Mr. Mbalula loves to call himself on his social media handle Mr. Fear. Okay, I'm not going to say the word because this is AfriForum TV, where this is also broadcast. It's a family channel. But he said he fears nothing. But of course, the legal letter shows somebody that is very fearful. It says that we should not make any allegations, but we feel confident that it is in the public interest, that it is AfriForum's job to make sure that we shine a light on things that what we believe are not correct. That demand was sent yesterday, as I've mentioned, 3 o'clock. We had to answer by 4 o'clock within an hour. We then simply answered that we are not going to adhere to the demand and we are going ahead, and you're seeing now we are doing it. Our legal team was on standby last night to take action if there was any effort to interdict us from going ahead.
Okay, so where is this thing with Ernst van Sale? Anybody know when it takes place? Okay. So here's Ernst.
Good morning. Thank you very much for coming here to report on this breaking news. This news that I firstly want to intro by waving to Mr. Mbalula, who is definitely not only himself tuning in, but also his army of lawyers that he rushed to appoint yesterday before he even knew what AfriForum was going to say. It seems like he had a feeling in his gut.
Oh, he ought to have a feeling in his gut because this reprobate is putting himself in a position to get sanctions and get an arrest warrant from the United States. Just check Windows 10 installed an app called Bing Wallpaper app. Ah, okay, let me see that. Thank you, Otopi. Bing Wallpaper, there it is. Uninstall. Ha! Thank you for that. Okay. Well, let's see if it got uninstalled. There you go. See, they installed that without my knowledge, and there weren't supposed to be any more updates to Windows. Yet that got installed. Yep. Yeah, I saw him start that, so I just sent Kali Creel a message about this. Yeah, I would have streamed it live if I had been here, but I wasn't here. Okay, Isak. Yeah, and I'll get some rest here shortly. You're welcome, Legal Alien. And thanks for sharing, Isak. And for Dorothy, I'm glad that your son made it. We're sad to see you go. Okay, why don't you want it? Okay, and there's your feedback micro shit. Yep. So, done. Done. Micro shit. Thank you. That's what it was. It is crap. I didn't ask for it. I didn't authorize it. I didn't authorize any update. And suddenly, after having this computer for 5 years, it starts pulling this crap. Yep. Anyway, all right. So, yeah. Well, I was going to make a video tonight, but I don't have time now. Oh, how nice for Ronaldo. I didn't know that. Nobody told me that. Everybody's acing me out of everything here now. I do all this work for South Africa, and nobody tells me crap anymore. I help AfriForum. I help everybody out. Nobody told me anything. Oh, this is old. Old video. Old video. Please, there's a mechanic around that could have a look just so I can get an idea. Yeah, that's what I'm asking for. We're trying to find somebody, Rudolph. Okay. Yeah, I want to go find Fikele real quick. I had him earlier. There he is. Yeah, this guy's got himself a deep hole with his mouth. He just can't shut his mouth. Well, I don't see what he's freaking out. Okay. Oh, the so-called dossier. Politically motivated smear campaign. I'm sorry, you asshole. You called Ambassador Brent Bozell an unrepentant racist. You know, Fikele Mabalula, there's no smear campaign. You're the smear artist, buddy. The smear artist. AfriForum does not even represent 10% of white people in South Africa. No, they represent South Africans, you race hustler. Yep. Dossier launch flop. Well, let me just go show him 44,000 watched it. So let me just help this moron out. And here you go. Let me help him out. So we're going to go put this on his channel, and you can see this. But I need to put it in power. So I can't go to bed. Stuff is still happening here. Come on, PowerPoint. There we go. Finally. Okay, I need the thumbnails app. Okay. There we go. That's the app. Okay, location. New slide. Hello, why didn't you do me a new slide? There we go. Okay. Insert pictures, this device. Okay, download. Come on. There we go. All right, so. All right, let's do this here. And then I'm going to do that one. Okay. Outline. Red, outline. Wait. 6. Okay. And then I got to highlight this one. 168,000 views. This guy is such an asshat clown. And it's frustrating to me that I get shadow banned because I should have got 168,000 views on what I reported on. No flop. Okay. Let me change that. I'll make that a yellow font so it stands out on this blue background and increase it. Okay. Align center. Thank you for being patient with me, folks. Okay. Yeah, he did go all over it and moan about this all over his X account. That's where he's really does everything. That's all he's got is his X account. So let me just respond to that. Digital flop. No, no flop. Okay. The rain is on here. I get more Twitter views than he does. People are going off on him. He's such a fool. Anyway, all right, there we go. So that's it. What did I write? I said no flop. Just saying my case isn't unique. There are people still here from September. No, it's not unique. And there are people there from February, March, April, May, June, July of last year. You're right. It's not unique. But you're not the only one. And the group they're in that keep acting as if they're the only ones. You're not. Yeah, nobody's now. They're just having to double check everything, which makes you wait a bit longer. Hey, Neff, what's going on? Yeah, I hate Bing too. All right, that's going to do it. So now I don't have time to. I might just make a video anyway because I'm all hyped up about that now. So no, I don't know if they're coming to his defense. They do. They're foolish. He has dug his own grave, and he is operating at the very edges of. He's really made a mess of things. He's a demented crap weasel on Twitter, and he's created his own problem. So we'll see. Let me sleep on it, and I'll probably make a video in the morning before I leave. So really disappointed that I didn't know about the AfriForum thing. I had to find out from my viewers. No one told me. I bend over backwards to help AfriForum, so I'm really disappointed in that. So sometimes I really feel frustrated by folks in South Africa. I do so much to highlight, and I point out so many people in South Africa who are prominent when they're doing things and let people know about the things going on. And these people, many of them only think of me when I'm in South Africa or when they want to come to America and they need something. It's a little frustrating. Mara Free. Hey, Dan, what's going on? Everybody's popping in here now. What's going on? Anyway. But if anybody can get up there to Nordhung on the northwest side of Johannesburg that is a mechanic or has mechanic experience or knows a mechanic over there, can go take a look at Rudolph's Bucky. It would very much be helpful. He's got to get back to Nelspruit, but he can't go anywhere because the car won't operate. All right. Send a note to Hendo or me, and we'll get in touch. We'll put you in contact with Rudolph, okay? Yep. All right, guys. Oh, man. Yeah, spot on with my frustration. It is very frustrating, Derek. I give people lots of opportunity, and many times they share with me, but, out of sight, out of mind. These people don't watch my channel regularly. Steve Hofmeyer watches my channel more than many of these other people do. Steve watches a lot of my content, so I appreciate that. Anyway, look, I'm not grousing or complaining about people because a lot of people cooperate with me, but I mean, I reach out to people when I have something I need to ask them about and I want them to come on the program. But I mean, if you got something breaking, it'd be nice to give me a heads up or a tip off that's going to happen. Yeah, I didn't. Maybe the conscious Caracal told me about it. I don't know. Let me see. Maybe he told me something. Ernst. No, he didn't tell me about it. Or he sent me about the fuel reserves. That's the last thing he sent me on Tuesday. So, yeah. Rudolph, I got someone that might be able to come take a look at it. Can I give him your number? I'm sure I can give him your number, right? Someone that lives down in Northcliffe. So. Okay, why am I not finding your new number here? Okay, I just chatted with you a moment ago. There it is, okay. Okay, I'm going to take care of that, okay? So, all right, got it, okay. Okay, hang on. All right, here you go. It's a viewer who's watching the program right now. All right, and this person has a family member that's a mechanic, and they live in this person lives in Northcliffe, so I don't know if the mechanic's close by. Yeah, Ronaldo doesn't tell me about those things either. He rarely does. Try to say current news, but I think you're so swamped. Probably Meerkat. I know. Especially my finger hurts like hell. What's going on with this finger? Oh, it hurts all of a sudden. All right, Rudolph, hopefully you'll hear from somebody shortly, okay? All right. Well, it's not close enough. It's close, a lot closer than I am, but I mean, it's not close. I mean, Soweto's closer than that. It's not that far, but if you just take it's not that far. Probably a 15-minute drive. Yep. So, all right. So hopefully that'll sort it out, okay? All right, Dimples, it's my pleasure to help out. I said I was going to stop doing this half hour ago. Now it's time to stop. You guys have a good night. Thanks for being here. Be sure to hit the like button if you haven't done that already. Okay, 167 likes. Come on, we can do better than that. All right, God bless. Have a good night, and I'll catch you tomorrow. And don't forget, impromptu news broadcast will be tomorrow evening, so we'll do that just from my mobile like I've been doing. All righty, folks. Be well. Have a good night, and I will see you later on, unless something wakes me up. Amazing yacht destinations. How's it going, man? Cheers.